Right now, in 2025, 78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And the harsh reality is this. What got you to your first $100? Zero will never get you to your first million. Most people are grinding harder than ever but staying broke because they're following outdated advice from people who've never built real wealth. Today, I'm breaking down the exact playbook that separates the financially free from the financially stuck from 0 to 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, and beyond. Let me start with a story that changed everything for me. Back in 2009, I was working 70-hour weeks at a financial services firm, exhausted, burned out, and dreaming of building something of my own. I wanted to quit my job so badly and bet everything on a business idea I had. Thank God I didn't, because what I learned next saved me from financial disaster and set me up for millions down the road. Here's the truth nobody wants to tell you. Never quit your job to chase a dream until your side project is already making enough to cover your bills. Warren Buffett has two rules: never lose money, and never forget rule number 1. The way you follow that rule is simple, but counterintuitive. You keep your salary, use it to fund your side hustle instead of taking on debt, and you don't leave until the cash flow is real and consistent. Studies show you're 67% more likely to succeed if you start your business while still employed. That's not playing it safe. That's playing it smart. I tried 3 different side hustles while keeping my day job. The first one failed. The second one lost money. The third one didn't work out either. But because I kept my income stable, I never went broke, never had to move back in with my parents, and never had to rebuild from zero. That patience allowed me to eventually find the right opportunity and scale it without the desperation that kills most startups. If you're working a 9 to 5 right now and dreaming of something bigger, don't burn the bridge, build the next one first. But here's where most people get stuck even after they find stability. They move too slow. They say one day for months, then years, then decades. Every single day you wait costs you real money. Think about it this way. If you had started that business idea, learned that skill, or made that career move 5 years ago, where would you be today? I did this terrifying exercise once. I calculated how much money I left on the table by waiting just 1 extra year to make a big move. The number was over $300,000. That's the cost of fear disguised as caution. Speed matters, but reckless speed gets you killed. The formula for smart risk is this: skill plus preparation multiplied by action. You need to know what you're uniquely good at, prepare intelligently, and then move fast, not stupid fast. I remember when I had the chance to leave journalism and take a job at a major investment bank making 3 times my salary. I was terrified. I didn't want to move cities. I didn't know if I could handle the pressure. But I took the leap after 1 year of preparation, and my entire income trajectory changed overnight. That one decision didn't just increase my salary, it doubled my lifetime earning potential. Before we go further, I need to ask you something. If this video is giving you clarity, if you're realizing you've been stuck in the wrong strategy, do me a favor, hit that like button right now. Your like isn't just a click, it's fuel. It tells YouTube to share this with more people who are struggling just like you were 5 minutes ago. And if you haven't subscribed to Finance Flash yet, do it now. We're building a community of Americans who refuse to stay stuck, who are learning real strategies, not get-rich-quick nonsense. Every subscriber helps us create more content like this. Every notification you turn on means you'll never miss the next breakthrough. Let's build wealth together. Hit subscribe. Now let's talk about getting to 7 figures, your first million. Most people think it's about working harder, but it's actually about working on the right things. Here's a stat that'll blow your mind. 55% of your productivity is destroyed by your phone. Social media alone costs you $4,500 a year in lost earning potential. You check your phone 36 times per hour while working. That's not a habit, that's sabotage. I use a productivity system I call Frog First. Mark Twain once said, if you have to eat a frog, do it first thing in the morning, and if you have to eat 2, eat the biggest one first. Your frog is the one task that, if completed today, would make more impact on your income than anything else. Most people avoid it. They check emails, scroll social media, attend pointless meetings. Meanwhile, the one thing that would actually make them money sits untouched. Identify your frog every single morning. Eat it before 10 a.m. Watch your bank account grow. Here's another truth. You need to give before you take. I call this the 10-to-1 rule. For every one thing you ask for, give 10 things of value. If you want to build $1 million business, start by creating goodwill everywhere you go. Help people, solve problems, add value without expecting immediate return. This isn't soft advice, it's sales psychology. When you give first, people feel a natural pull to reciprocate. Rich people understand this. Poor people hoard and wonder why no one helps them. If you want wealth, become the most generous person in the room, not with money you don't have, but with effort, expertise, and care. And stop chasing sexy businesses. Everyone wants to be an influencer, a content creator, or a Hollywood success story. You know what the average actor in Hollywood makes? $23,000 a year. 87% of actors in the Screen Actors Guild don't even qualify for health insurance. Meanwhile, someone running a boring local service business, plumbing, HVAC, accounting, can clear $500,000 a year without any fame. The sexier the industry, the less money you make. The more boring and essential, the more money flows in. Stop following your passion and start following the profit. Now we're entering the $10 million and beyond territory. At this level, strategy shifts entirely. You're no longer just working, you're building systems. Here's the key: sell to rich people. They pay more, they pay faster, and they don't haggle over price. But you can't sell to rich people using poor person strategies. Forget discounts. Forget buy now, pay later. Rich people care about 5 things: exclusivity, timeliness, status, privacy, and convenience. Let me give you a real example. I know a guy who pays $500 every single time he travels to have someone pick his outfits, pack them, take photos of each outfit combination, and ship everything to his destination. That's not a luxury for him. That's a time saver worth every penny. The person providing that service makes incredible money doing something that takes them a few hours. Find ways to remove friction from rich people's lives, and you'll get rich yourself. Here's a tactical move you can make today. Go to your website right now and add a premium tier. Most businesses only have 1 or 2 pricing options, and they're scared to go high. Big mistake. When you add 3 pricing tiers: basic, standard, premium, psychology shows that most people will choose the middle option. But more importantly, there are wealthy buyers out there right now who would happily pay 3x your current price if you position the offer correctly. If your website doesn't have a high-ticket option, you're leaving massive money on the table. But selling isn't enough. You need to solve big problems. Most people treat problems like poison. They avoid them, delegate them, or pretend they don't exist. Winners hunt for the scariest problems in their business. There's a story about Elon Musk that perfectly illustrates this. Every week, he visits each of his companies and asks one question: what's the scariest problem we're facing right now? Then he solves it. That's it. That's his entire strategy. He's the chief problem officer, and that mindset has made him one of the wealthiest people on earth. Use the RICE model to prioritize problems. RIC stands for reach, impact, confidence, and effort. List every major problem in your business. Rate each one based on how many people it affects, how much impact solving it would have, how confident you are you can solve it, and how much effort it'll take. Then rank them. Focus on the highest scoring problem first. This framework turns chaos into clarity and makes you money faster. Let's talk about 9 figures, $100 million and beyond. At this level, your network becomes your net worth. The most expensive thing you'll ever invest in isn't real estate or stocks, it's people. Studies show that if just 10% of your friend group earns over $100,000, your own net worth increases by 10%. Your friends literally predict your financial future. If you're surrounded by broke, negative, or unmotivated people, you'll stay stuck no matter how hard you work. I learned this the hard way. Early in my career, I went to a mastermind event I thought was kind of gimmicky, but it was only for people with a net worth of $1 million or more. I helped organize the event, so they let me in even though I didn't qualify yet. I sat next to a guy worth tens of millions, and he said something I'll never forget: when you tell me your problems, I've already lived them 5 or 10 years ago. I can predict your future and save you years of mistakes. That's when I realized the value of being in the right room. Make your dream day someone else's Tuesday. Get around people who are already where you want to be. Here's a hard truth: you need to be likable. You underestimate how much more money you make when people actually like you. Being likable doesn't mean being fake or overly friendly, it means being present, kind, and a good listener. I learned this the painful way. Early in my career, I got feedback that my team thought I'd leave dead bodies behind me to get ahead. That stung. I was competent. I was hitting my numbers, but I wasn't connecting. People didn't feel heard. That cost me money, promotions, and respect. Here's my formula: open door policy, pull-ins, and the 2-to-1 rule. Open door means you're available and approachable. Pull-ins mean you intentionally bring people in for deeper conversations, not just surface-level check-ins. The 2-to-1 rule: 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen twice as much as you speak. People don't need you to talk at them. They need to feel heard. Master this, and you'll build loyalty that translates directly into revenue. Now for the final lesson, and this one separates winners from everyone else. You need what I call psychopath energy. I don't mean harmful or unethical, I mean obsessed, relentless, and unwilling to lose. Most people are curious. They dabble, watch a YouTube video here and there, maybe read a book. Then there are people who are serious, they go a bit deeper, take action occasionally. But then there's the top 20%, the psychopaths. These are people who obsess every single day, who learn constantly, who can't be outworked because they genuinely love the process. Let me give you an example. When Elon Musk bought Twitter, he personally went into data centers with a pocket knife to physically disconnect servers because he didn't trust the migration process. That caused outages. It was chaotic, but he was willing to do whatever it took. Within 30 days, he laid off 80% of the staff to save the company. Most people can't stomach that level of intensity. But that's exactly why most people never reach 9 figures. Napoleon Bonaparte once said, "In war, men don't matter, one man matters." One obsessed individual can change the entire tide. One person moving faster, learning more, and refusing to quit will beat 100 people who are just casually interested. Your bank account is a direct reflection of your speed. The faster you learn, the faster you act, the faster you adapt, the more money you make. So here's my final question for you. Are you curious, serious, or obsessed? Because if you're still just curious, you'll stay broke. If you're serious, you'll make decent money. But if you're obsessed, if you're willing to outwork, outlearn, and outlast everyone else, you'll build generational wealth. Listen, if you made it this far, you're not like most people. Most people quit after 60 seconds. You stayed. That tells me you're serious about changing your financial future. So here's what I need you to do right now. First, subscribe to Finance Flash if you haven't already. We're not just a YouTube channel, we're a movement of everyday Americans who refuse to stay stuck in mediocrity. We're learning, growing, and building wealth together. Second, drop a comment below and tell me, which level are you at right now? Are you working towards 6 figures, 7, 8, or beyond? Let's connect. Let's support each other. This community is powerful because you're in it. And third, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Someone who's been saying one day for too long. Someone who deserves to win, but just needs the right strategy. Your success is our mission. Every view, every like, every share helps us reach more people who are hungry for real financial education. Let's build wealth together. Let's win together. I'll see you in the next one.